A pleasant welcome to all my dear 5th standard children. I am Nirmala signing in to make you understand about your next chapter from your science subject. Yes, your next chapter from your science is about force and missions. So, today in this session, in the first part, we are going to learn about what is force, and also we are going to learn the effect of force, that is the uses of the force, and also we are going to see the types of the force. And after the force, we are going to learn about what is energy, what are the forms of energy, right. So, in this first part, you are going to learn about the force and energy in detail, right. Okay. Now, children, you can see in our daily life, in our everyday life, we do various type of activities, right. So, suppose if you are going to a shop or if you are going to any places, so there will be a door mentioned that push or pull. So, this push or pull is the activity that we do in everyday life, right. So, sometimes we may be pulling the chair or sometimes we may be pushing the bench, okay. So, this push or pull of this activity, this movement which is known as force, right. So, we can see many people doing those activities, like you can see a lady is drawing water from the well, right. The same way you can see a boy pedaling in a cycle, right, and you can see some other person who is dragging the chair or pulling any cart, right. So, these activities are called as push or pull, right. So, any activity or any movement, so when we push or when we pull an object, so that movement is called as a force, right. So, what is force? So, here you can see clearly what is push and what is pull. So, here you can see that this pony, that is your horse, right. So, this pony it just pulls the cart, okay, and the back of that you can see another pony. So, this pony is pushing the cart, okay. So, here you can see a push, here this horse is, it pulls the cart, here this horse push the cart, okay. So, what is force? A push or pull of an object is called force. So, what is the definition of the force? Yes, exactly. So, force means a push or pull of an object is called force. Very good. Right. Now, we can say there are many uses, many effects because of the force, right. So, now we are going to see one by one. What are the effects? So, the first one is, with the help of force, we can move the object, okay. So, we can move a object. So, if any force that is applied on the same direction of the movement of an object, so thereby we can increase the speed of an object, okay. So, which is called as, we can say we can increase the speed. For example, when you are going in a train, so the train increases its speed. So, when a force is applied, when a lever is applied to increase the speed, so thereby the train also increases the speed. So, in the same direction where the object is moving, so train is moving in a same direction like this, it is going forward. So, when we apply some force on the same direction, so that moving object will increase the speed of the object, okay. So, with the help of force, we can move an object, we can increase the speed of an object if we apply force in the same direction, right. And the second thing is, we can stop a moving object. How we can stop a moving object? By applying force. So, but here you have to apply force in an opposite direction. For example, suppose the ball is moving in this direction, you have to apply force in the opposite direction like this. Okay. So, then only you can stop the object, or we can decrease the speed of an object. So, if you want to decrease the speed of an object, or if you want to stop an object, you have to apply force in the opposite direction. Okay. So, in that way we can stop a moving object. So, with the help of force, this boy is stopping the ball, right. So, with the help of force we can stop a moving object. So, we can move a stationary object, the same way we can stop a moving object. Next. So, and also we can change the position of the object. So, by pushing, by giving some force, okay. So, this position of the cupboard is changed, right. So, we can change the position of an object, and also by applying some force we can change the shape of an object. So, here in the pottery, by applying some force externally, so the shape of the object is changing. Even we can see this force, this application in the making of the chapatis or the doughs. So, when they mix the flour, they make like a dough, right. So, from the dough they make the chapatis, right. So, with the help of force only they can change the shape of the object. Next, with the help of the force we can change the direction of an object, right. So, this completely we can see in some games. It may be a tennis, or it may be a cricket, or it may be any shuttle, badminton, right. So, here the ball or the object is coming in this direction, thereby once we hit that object, once we give some force, the direction of the moving object can be changed. Okay. So, here with the help of the cricket bat, he is hitting the ball, and thereby the ball direction is coming like this, and because of the force the direction of the ball, the direction of the object is moving another direction. Okay. So, with the help of force we can change the direction of a moving object. Okay. So, these are the uses of the force. Now, we are going to see the types of force. So, there are two types of force. Okay. So, according to the force that acts between the two objects, right. So, this force we can classify into two different types. So, they are contact force and non-contact force. When the two objects are in contact, which is called as contact force, and when the two objects are not in contact, they are also called as non-contact force. Okay. So, now we will see some examples for the contact force. So, these are all the examples of contact force: muscular force, mechanical force, frictional force. Okay. So, frictional force, muscular force, mechanical force. So, these are all the examples of the contact force. And what are the examples of the non-contact force? Gravitational force, electrostatic force and magnetic force. So, these are all the examples of the non-contact force. Okay. Now, let us see what is gravitational force. So, here you can see some force exists on the earth, right. So, for example, a tree, an apple tree, so it will hold the apple in its tree, right. So, when the apple falls, when the apple removes from the tree, definitely it will fall down on the earth, right. So, gravity is the force that is pulling the object to the center of the earth. So, it means that what is gravitational force means? The force that attracts the objects towards the center of the earth. So, that force is known as gravitational force. So, here also you can see an apple from the tree. Okay. So, as it removes, suddenly it falls down. So, it falls to the ground. Okay. So, thereby you can see also here the moon is revolving around the earth. So, because of the gravitational force only, the moon is revolving around the earth, and the same way any objects, suppose if you put a ball, if you just throw a ball into the sky, for a few seconds it will go up, but after some time what happens? The ball again will come back down and fall down on the ground. So this force that exists here, which is known as gravitational force, and because of this gravitational force only we can see atmosphere is held around the earth. Okay, right. So next type that we are going to see is about magnetic force. So the force that attracts the magnet attracts the iron objects, or it may be another magnet. Okay, so that force is called as magnetic force. So here the magnet is kept here, because of the magnet the iron clips and or attaching to the magnet. Suppose if I keep any object, so thereby the magnetic force, I can arrest the magnetic force, thereby the clips fall down. Okay, so here the magnetic force exists. Alright, yes. The next, frictional force. So frictional force is a contact force. So what is frictional force? So frictional force is the force that exists between the two objects. So when the two objects are in contact with each other, so which is known as frictional force. So when there is a good contact between the two objects, which is known as frictional force. Okay, and then electrostatic force. So this electrostatic force you can see in many times when you comb the hair. When you comb your dry hair and you take your comb and show it in the bits of paper, so the bits of paper are attracted towards the comb. So it means that when the force, there is a force that acts between the charged body and the uncharged body. So when a charged body has this force, when you show this charged body into the uncharged body, so you will have some force that exists there, so which is known as electrostatic force. So here also you can see a balloon. I am just rubbing the balloon with a cloth and I am showing the balloon in the near to the water. So here the water is attracted, or sometimes it may ripple also. It's not only attraction, sometimes it will ripple. Ripple means எதிர்க்கும் சரியா. So for example, if we take magnet, ரெண்டு மேக்னெட்டும் அட்டாச் பண்ணா it will attach. So sometimes it will ripple. Okay, so this electrostatic force, the force between the objects can be attraction also, can be repulsion also. Okay, so which is known as electrostatic force, right? Next we are going to see about muscular force. So when we use some muscles, when we use the muscles to do that work, to do that type of activity, which is known as muscular force. So the force that is applied with the help of the muscles are called as muscular force. For example, pulling a cart, okay, and then kneading a dough, okay. So these are the examples of the muscular force. So now we saw some types of the forces. What are the types of the forces that we saw? We saw about gravitational force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, frictional force and muscular force. So it may come in your 2 mark, what are the types of force, you have to write these types of forces. Now next we are going to see about the advantages of the friction. So friction is actually a force that has a contact between two objects, right? So what are the advantages? There is some advantages of the friction. Is nothing but pidippu, they will say, right? So when the two objects have a good friction, we can able to have a the friction will be good. Okay, so here also you can see a boy is rolling the ball. So here this boy is rolling the ball easily. So because the ground and the ball has a good friction, thereby the ball is rolled easily. But here there is no friction between the ball and the ground, so thereby the person cannot able to push the object. Okay, so this friction help a person to write on a paper. So if there is a good friction between the pen and a paper, you can able to write using the pen smoothly. But if there is no friction, you cannot able to write. Same way, rubbing with your eraser. So if you rub with your eraser, so there is a contact between your eraser and the paper. If there is no contact, the eraser will not rub your letters. Okay, and also we can see some objects that have a good friction. For example, when you have a friction on the ground as well as on your feet, then only you can able to walk. then only the car will move. So, when there is a friction between the tire and the ground, then only the car will move. Suppose if there is no friction, maybe in a rough surface or in a rough place where there is no friction between the tire and the ground, the car will not move. Okay. So, friction advantages are because of the friction, we can able to have a good contact between the two objects. Okay. And now let us see what are the disadvantages of the friction. So, what are the disadvantages of the friction means, for example, when two objects work together, sometimes heat is produced. For example, if you rub your hand for a longer time and if you take and keep it here, you can feel some heat, right. So, the friction between the two hands, you are rubbing it for some longer time and thereby heat is produced, right. The same way inside the machines also, when the machines work out for a longer period, when they have a contact between the two machines for a longer period, heat is produced. Okay. So, this is a disadvantages, and also because of this heat, to solve the heat, in many vehicles they use the lubricants. Okay, oil, they will put some oil. Why? Because of the high friction between the machines, they use the lubricants. Okay, and also because of friction, there will be wear of soles, and our slippers teimanam, they will say, right. So, our slippers, you can see after a long time, when we use for a longer time, abbe thenju poirukom illaya. So, these are all the disadvantages of the friction. Okay, right. So, next we are going to see about what is energy. Okay, so energy is the ability to do work is called energy. Okay, so without energy we cannot able to do work, right. So, now we can see there are many forms of energy that is available on the earth, right. So, we can see mechanical energy, electrical energy, light energy, heat energy, which is also called as thermal energy, sound energy. So, these are all the forms of energy. First we are going to see about heat energy. So, with the help of heat energy, heat is produced and we can use the fuels, for example, using coal, petrol, kerosene. So, these are all the fuels that we use to generate the heat. Okay. So, because of the heat, we can dry out the clothes, right, because of the sun heat. Okay. The next one, electrical energy. So, electrical energy, they produce in the electricity and it is stored in the, and it is passed into all the houses through the wires, right. And also we use many electrical appliances like washing machine, television, refrigerator. So, all these electrical appliances are used with the help of electric energy. The next one, light energy. So, with the help of light energy we can able to see many things, right. So, sun is the major source of light on the earth. And the next one, sound energy. With the help of sound energy we can hear sounds. So, many musical instruments give out sound and thereby we can hear the sounds. Okay. So, we can get sound energy from the electrical appliances also, maybe from television or from radio. Okay, all these things. The next one is mechanical energy. So, mechanical energy is the energy that possessed by an object due to position, or it can be due to movement also. So, this mechanical energy has two types. What are they? They are potential energy and kinetic energy. What is potential energy? So, potential energy is the energy possessed by the object due to the position. Okay. And here, when the energy is processed by an object due to the movement, which is known as kinetic energy. So, for example, in the water dam, the water is stored here. So, this water has potential energy because it is not moving, it is just staying. So, it has a potential energy, but when you open the water dam, so the water is coming out. Okay. So, this energy we can see here, the energy as kinetic energy because the object is on the move. So, that is why it is it has energy called kinetic energy. Okay. So, here we can say the water stored here has a potential energy, and the water, once we open the water comes out. So here it has a kinetic energy. So when the object is on the movement, based on the movement, it is known as kinetic energy, and based on the, when it is under rest. So when the object is under rest, which is known as potential energy. This potential energy and kinetic energy are the types of mechanical energy. Right. So this is what about the forms of the energy. So today in this class you have learned about, first thing is what is force. Next we learnt about the uses of force, and we learnt the types of the force. So later we learnt about what is energy and what are the forms of the energy. So there are many forms of energy: heat energy, light energy, electrical energy, sound energy, and also mechanical energy. There are two types of mechanical energy: kinetic energy and potential energy, right? And also types of forces we saw, right? What are the types of forces that we saw? We saw about gravitational force, and then magnetic force, then muscular force, then electrostatic force, then we saw about frictional force, right? So these are all the types of the forces. So go through the lesson, go through the video, and for further informations go through the link that is given below in the description link. Okay, click that and you will get the lesson related study material, question bank and self assessment. Take the study material and copy in your science subject note and read from your science subject note. So once you are thorough with the concept, take the self assessment and do the self assessment. So once you do the self assessment only, you will come to know how far you are thorough with the chapter, right? Okay. So hope you enjoyed the session. We'll meet you in the next class with the next part of this lesson. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.